What if God told you to leave everything you've ever known and go to a place you've never seen? Would you go with no map, no answers, and no turning back? Welcome back to Nehemiah Stories, where the Bible comes alive for your journey. Last time, people tried to build a tower to heaven without God, but their pride scattered them across the earth. In this episode, we are going to see a man who trusted God's call and left everything he loved to follow the path the Lord told him to take. This is Abram's call. But before we begin this amazing adventure, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Many generations passed after the flood. From Shem, son of Noah, came Arphaxad, Shelah, Eber, Peleg, Reu, Serug, Nahor, and finally Terah, the father of Abram. Each name a torch passed from faith to faith, keeping the promise of God alive.
Terah lived in the city called Haran, with his sons Abram, Nahor, and Haran. Abram married Sarai, a kind and beautiful woman. Yet she carried a quiet sorrow. She could not have children. Abram's brother Haran died young, leaving behind a son named Lot. Terah lived 205 years, and then he died in Haran. Years passed, and Abram often looked to the heavens in wonder. He had wealth, wisdom, and a good name, but his heart still longed for something more, a promise not yet spoken. Then, one night, the silence broke. The voice of the living God came to Abram. Abram, leave your country, your people, and your father's household, and go to the land I will show you. God's call was clear, but his promise was even greater. I will make you into a great nation, and I will bless you. I will make your name great, and you will be a blessing. Abram realized this was not just a journey of land, but of legacy. I will bless those who bless you, and whoever curses you, I will curse. Through you, all nations on earth will be blessed. Overwhelmed by this promise, Abraham fell to his knees beneath the stars, his heart trembling not with fear, but with faith. So Abram obeyed, just as the Lord had told him. He gathered Sarai, his nephew Lot, their servants, and all their herds, ready to step into the unknown. They left Haran, the only home they'd ever known, walking toward a land they had never seen. Abram looked back one last time, then forward to the promise. He didn't know where the road would end, but he knew who called him. We journeyed south, through heat and wind, valleys and hills, trusting each sunrise as another step in God's plan, until they reached the great tree at Shechem, and there the Lord appeared to Abram once again. So Abraham built an altar to the Lord, his first step of worship in the land of promise. God said, "To your offspring I will give this land." Abram looked over the valley, rivers, fields, and mountains, and knew the promise had begun. Each step Abram took across the dust of Canaan was more than a journey of distance. It was a journey of trust. Every footprint marked a promise between heaven and earth. He left behind cities of idols to follow a God he could not see, but whose voice burned brighter than all the temples of Ur. Ar was a city of brilliance and blindness, where gold glittered brighter than truth, and idols filled every home. The people bowed to the moon god Nanna, chasing wealth, comfort, and fame. Yet in all that noise, one man still listened for the true voice of heaven. Faith began where it certainly ended. God was teaching the world that obedience opens the doorway to blessing. And what about us? Abram's story whispers through time. Sometimes God asks us to let go, not to take from us, but to lead us towards something greater.
But Abraham's journey was only beginning. Ahead lay famine, Pharaoh, and choices that would test the very faith he just found.
Next time on Nehemiah Stories, Abraham in Egypt.